What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back on the post game recap as the Lakers take such a pathetic loss tonight, man. My energy is drained from complaining about the Lakers throughout the live stream. Really pathetic loss. They gave up 125 points to the Kings and did everything we said pregame they shouldn't do. Um, they didn't take care of the basketball at all. All right, I don't know how the fuck you had 25 turnovers. You guys know what my magic number is, right? My magic number is how? What is my magic number? 13. They had 25. That's 12 more than what I'd like to see. Um, Anthony Davis has me disappointed. People are saying he's hurt, defending him, but isn't that always the case? If he was hurt, he might as well have sat out. We probably would have got more production out of whoever played in his place. Heck, Castleton could have gave us more than what he did. 9-9, and he got cooked by Saboner. Embarrassing. 29 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists by Saboner. Absolutely embarrassing, man. This Laker team, man, I'll tell you, one day you get one thing, the next day you get something else. Shout out to LeBron. LeBron kept us in it. He did his part, got a triple-double. Came out here, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, did his everything. Shout out to D'Lo. He played hard, 28 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. But nobody else really stepped up. Torian Prince, 7. Austin Reeves, 9, 7, and 11. Not good enough, man. All the turnovers Austin Reeves had really ticked me off tonight. Rui only had 5 points. Just shout out to Cam Reddish, though. Cam continues to ball out and continues to play exceptional defense. Did have 16 points to go with that. But, man, who here is sick of AD being a monster one game and then the next game he's out here looking like grandma's cookies? Who is sick of this, man? Because I love AD. I'm not here to slander him or nothing, but damn. Like, bro, he got cooked by Saboner. I don't see too many people getting cooked by Saboner in this league. He gave it to Jaren Jackson Jr., who's a way better defender and just an overall better player. But then you turn around and you let Saboner just go off on you. How does that happen, fam? Like, that really pisses me off. The effort to start is embarrassing from everybody. The effort to start was just, we look lethargic out here, right? But this is what happens throughout the course of the season, right? There'll be disappointing losses like tonight. I don't want to put too much into it, but I will say it is embarrassing that we losing this way. And again, AD, what version of AD will show up? I was on a podcast, right, I was on a podcast the other day, right, with the pettiest Laker fan and the guys from Profanity Nation. Shout out to them. They had me on their awesome studio. And the podcast is up, right now, but we talked about this, and we talked about AD and his inconsistencies, right? And how that's really holding the team back because you just never know what version of him you're going to get. You saw the version we got last night, and tonight we can't even get a double-double from the man, right? So there's something about foreign centers that cook AD. We saw it with Jokic to start the season, and now Saboner out here getting a stiffy on my guy AD, but I can't. He got cooked, and it's like this is a conversation we have every season, right? It's either injuries or lack of effort or the combination of both. Sucks, man. And I know he's gonna come out next game and probably get revenge and go crazy and all that, but it's these winnable games that hurt me so much. They're within grasp. We even made it a phantom run at the end, right? We had a phantom run, and we're able to make a little mini comeback, and it is all for nothing. It's all for nothing because the guys refused to show up for 3 quarters, and literally for 3 quarters. Think about this, right? Look, let me show you. Every quarter, the Lakers got outscored. First quarter, 36-25, embarrassing, or 38-25. Second quarter, 34-34. So that one we tied it. Not good enough. Giving up 30 each quarter. Third quarter, 32-21, right? And then finally, the last quarter, 30-21 with the phantom run. But yeah, every quarter, man. Every quarter except for the fourth. And it just sucked, man. It sucked big time. But hey, what can we say, Laker family? We live to fight another day. Austin Reeves, too, man. He's not the same this season for whatever reason. He almost had a triple-double, but it wasn't a good night for him. In 34 minutes, he only had 9 points. He had 7 assists. He had, 5 turnovers, 11 rebounds. It's the turnovers that killed us because they were timely turnovers. They were at the wrong times. You know what I mean? And I'm like, come on, man. Can we get an efficient Reeves like we were last season and the year before that? I don't know, disappointing. And the trade chatter is only going to spark up even more. The more games we have like these, right? And now D'Angelo's actually giving us good offensive production, but tonight he was cooked on the defensive end, and so was Austin. They were both cooked. De'Aaron Fox with an easy 28, 5 and 5. Easy. Light work for that man. Right? So I'm not gonna talk about trades. All I'm gonna tell you is the Lakers gotta get better. That's it. Right? And Lakers gotta get better, and we gotta play smarter, and we gotta bring the effort every quarter. And AD has to be efficient and consistent, right? He was neither on either end tonight. Either end. And we lost this game in the first quarter again, which is like what? The fifth game we've lost in the first quarter. 5 out of the 6 losses have been in the first quarter because we play catch-up ball and we overexert ourselves. And I was afraid they would get hurt. I was mad at Darvin Ham for leaving all your starters out there when you're down 24. Yeah, they made a mini phantom run, but for what? You had LeBron play 35 minutes, might as well pull him out, right? Well, you got to know when to wave the flag. If you're down 20 or more within the 10-minute mark of the fourth, you wave the flag, fam. And if they make a run and they bring it into within like 12 points or something, then you insert your starters again. But this coach, again, failed to call early timeouts in the game, let the game get out of hand. Failed to do certain things properly. They were lacking, right, in a lot of departments. And he fails to realize that. He waits till we get down double digits usually before he calls his first and second timeouts. So, but yeah, AD and Austin Reeves really disappointed me tonight. And I'm like, come on, man, you guys getting paid the big bucks. We expect big, efficient production for you folks, right? Jennifer says, bro, what do you think of Zach LaVine? I like him. I don't think I like the asking price for him. We'll see. Can we use AD like Jokic at times? Is he not good enough to read the defense? They're different players. Jokic is basically a big ass point guard, right? And he's able to use his offhands to push people off and stuff like that. Not AD. AD gets hacked and battered around. They swallow the whistle. But they're different players. Like AD is a post player who can sometimes space the floor. And Jokic is a floor spacer who can post up whenever he wants and get whatever passes he wants off because he's able to hook players. He's able to do all kinds of things to get open. As a result, it's like imagine trying to guard a bowling ball without using your hands. You just got to use your body, and you're going to get damaged. And he can just bounce off of you however he pleases. But God forbid you try to actually play defense, it's going to get called a foul. That's the difference between AD and Jokic. Jokic has the refs behind him. I don't know why. They love this horse lover who's full of horse shit, but that's just a fact. Who on the Lakers would say is on the trading block right now? I don't think anybody's on the trading block. The way the Lakers usually analyze their team is they wait to see everybody get healthy, and then they're going to wait to figure out the rotations. And then once they get a full look at the team, if they're lacking something, then you might say somebody goes on the trading block or somebody gets picked up from the buyout market or free agency, right? Yeah, Mike Brown is clearly the better coach. Mike Brown is clearly the better coach than Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham he's not learning fast enough, man. He's not learning fast enough. Tech Zone, thank you so much for the cash out, bro. I appreciate that, man. God bless you, bro. Who are the only players you trade AD for? Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or a young star like Gillius Alexander or Anthony Edwards. Somebody like that. Those are the only players I even pick up the phone for. Because we're going to need AD, and because AD is still a super productive player when healthy and when he's in the right mind frame. I don't know if he was in outer space tonight mentally or if he was hurt or what. But he didn't look like last night's AD. We got the coin. My new nickname for AD is coin flip because we either flip the coin and we're going to get heads or he's going to play like tails, which is trash, right? So that's my new nickname for AD, the coin flip. Every night is a random side we're going to get. Hopefully we get heads, but most of the time, or alternate nights, we're going to get tails. And then tonight we got tails. He played like ass. Yeah, these players are clearly not working on their fundamentals. Yeah, we don't box out. Do you see how many offensive rebounds we gave up? Matter of fact, let me look that up right now. How many offensive rebounds did we give up? I'll tell you, we gave up 10 offensive rebounds. 10 offensive rebounds, fam. But the real killer thing here is that I said we had to take care of the ball versus a transition team like Sacramento because they convert in transition. And guess what? We turned the ball over 25 times. We said LeBron's number is not good enough. Not even Kobe's number. We had to go the extra mile and go to 25. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. And the Phantom run didn't fool anybody. Right? He said the Kings are a better team than the Lakers played crappy injuries team. No, the Kings aren't a better team. I'll tell you, if we face them in a 7-game series, we'll beat them as long as we're healthy. The Kings are not a better team. They're good at fast breaking. That's it. You take that away from them, good luck. They're not a half-court team. Right? They're not better than us. They literally had everything go off for them, and we still almost made a little mini Phantom run. So yeah, they're definitely not better. But they do have us twice this season. We lose to the Queens twice. Embarrassing. I'm seeing now that our weakness as of right now as a unit is transition teams, young teams. We struggle versus we got whooped versus the Rockets who ran us out the building. We almost got whooped versus the Kings. We basically did get whooped versus the Kings. That Phantom run don't mean shit to me. Got whooped versus the Kings who ran us out the building based on our turnovers. What are the young teams we face this year? They're probably going to whoop us if we don't solve the issues with the turnovers and the transition defense and the rebounding. What the OKC Thunder are probably going to whoop on us if we don't solve that. Who else? Any transition teams out there? That's our weaknesses, right? Disgusting game. I agree, bro. I agree, and I just had to call 2 hours and 30 minutes of that bullshit. Kings are not better than us. We were down 6 playing bad, and they making everything. AD didn't even score 10 points, and we missing 2 players. Facts, bro. Some people get excited. They're prisoners of the moment. That's okay. They can have tonight. We'll have the 7-game series. This is the same thing Memphis Grizzlies fans were saying when they were beating us during the regular season, right? Then what happened in the playoffs. So, I mean, sometimes history has to repeat itself because some people never learn. Appreciate you, Serge. Appreciate you. Let's see. All the sports commentators chose the Kings. Yeah, that's what they do. Bunch of D writers. November 30, Dan, you guys coming into town against my Thunder is going to be a tough test. It is. And your Thunder are very fun and exciting to watch, and they're young and they get up and down. So, yeah, it is. It's always fun, man. Always fun. What the heck happened with Reeves? I don't know. He hasn't been the same this year to start. He's had a couple good games, and then boom, then he has one of these bad stinkers. Honestly, last year I can't say that last season I really cannot say that he had one real bad game last year. Like I can't say that shit. You know what I mean? So that's the hard part. That's the harsh part. This is embarrassing. Game lost to the Kings, Dan, and I hope our Lakers win the next one. Me too, Isaiah. But they got to correct some things here, right? There's a couple things that really concern me. For one, Anthony Davis' health, because I've seen a lot of people already making excuses for him. And I'm not going to let him off the hook no more, even when he's unhealthy, because he is very inefficient. Even when healthy, is a mental thing or is a physical thing with him. But he's not giving us, over 45 good games this season. He's not. It almost seems like he's incapable of it, whether it's due to injury or due to some mental issue that's bothering him. He's not getting none at home. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But coin flip AD is what we can expect the rest of the year. All right. Let's hope that it lands on heads most of the year. All right. 50-50. Austin Reeves, I'm concerned about now because now what is it? 12 games in now? We are 6-6 on the season. And out of those 12 games, Austin Reeves has probably had 5 good ones. So, yeah, I'm concerned for AR. I would say give him a week off, right, and bring up Max Christie and see if he can get his legs back under him. They sent him to the bench already. I would rest him, invent some sort of fake injury, and say he's out for a week or two. And then we see how he comes back. If he doesn't come back right, then I don't know what to tell y'all, man, because he's really shocking me. We're talking about one of my favorite young Laker players in this team, and he's not playing the right way. He looks like he lost his powers. He left them over there, and then wherever we went to play for Team USA. Looks like Space Jams when Michael Jordan and all of them lose their powers. That's what it's looking like. So, It's kind of sad to see because he's a fan favorite for a reason. He's a really good player, crossing people over throughout the course of the season, finishing at the rim. Right now, he's like a bare bones. Right now, he's stripped down. All he's doing is dribbling, turning the ball over, and jacking up contesting threes. Don't like the way he's playing at all. Crazy, right? Crazy. My guy Young Africa says you are not supposed to hope for consistency from your franchise players. It's the minimum expectation. Yeah, that might be a modern thing, bro. But back in my day, I tell you, that's all star players were efficient, and it's the role players that were sometimes showing up and sometimes weren't. So this is uncharted territory for a diehard basketball fan like me. Been watching for 27 plus years and counting. He said tunnel vision, throwing the ball away, not getting back on the. It's all bad. It's all bad right now. It's all bad. And nobody's cooking Reeves. I just call it like I see it. Y'all know he's one of my favorite players. I love Reeves, but he's playing like shit more often than not. Like I said, he probably has 5 good games out of the 12. Not good enough. We don't need a 40% Reeves this season. You know, when he was playing like 90% good games last season. Even when he misses shots, he was taking good, smart, high efficient buckets. I don't know what has changed, but I do believe he might be a little bit fatigued. No more excuses. I say just bench him. You know, just bench him for a week or two and see if he gets his legs back under him. Let's see. Reeves is on the menu every night. Barbecue chicken on defense. And on offense, bro. To be honest, he just doesn't look like the same player. Dude, last year he was making crazy good passes. He would rarely turn the ball over. He was making dagger threes and helping us win games and attacking the rim and drawing free throws. How many times did he get to the free throw line tonight? Right? Like all of that. I don't know if it can't be the scouting report. Ain't no way the league did their homework on Reeves and figured him out. Ain't no way. It's got to be the legs, man. They don't look there. Even on the jump shot, you can see them. Anybody who's a hoop head knows that you can see how somebody's legs are doing if it's on a jump shot. He's short most of the shots. They're short. If they were long, then he just needs to adjust. But they're short, which means his legs aren't into it. All right, he's coming off of screens and shooting short shots. For whatever reason, man, he hasn't been the same since Team USA. Where AD is a coin flip. That's his new nickname. Coin flip. What version we're going to get next? Don't know. Don't know what version we're going to get from AD from a night-to-night basis. Young Africa said, even though D'Lo was hitting tonight, you got any issues with him taking the most shots on the team? If he's efficient, I do have an issue because I need AD and LeBron to be the most aggressive. But if he's efficient, I'm not mad. He had himself a good ball game. Offensively, it's defensively where there's a problem there. It's defensively. You know, it sucks. It sucks. Is it taking out all the context? Reeves is horrible. AD is always a coin flip, but Reeves is just bad. Yeah, he is this season so far. He needs to step up. He needs to step up. No more excuses for Reeves. Why? I like this. Chris brought this up. I talked about this on PSF app. Why Lakers hugging Kings players after the game? They just beat you by 15 at home. Rick Fox rolling over in his grave. I like how you use Rick Fox, who's still alive. It's a buddy league, bro. Nothing shocks me at this point, right? Guys got 15 pieced at their own house and are going to go out tonight and party with each other and bang each other's girlfriends and shit. That's just the way the league operates nowadays. Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to bang each other's boyfriends while they're at it too. So it's a soft league. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. Ain't nothing new to it. It's just that's the buddy league that was created. Everybody got to be on the same team. Look at the Clippers, right? They all know each other. They're all from LA. Oh, man, you know, they're all dropping the soap on each other over there with the Clippers, right? They're all together in this. And I'll tell you, that's the way it has been for a while. I don't like it, right? But I'm old school. I grew up watching 90s and early 2000 basketball with a ladder, you know, looking like I said, everybody going to dinner tonight, right? The Rockets always go to dinner with each other after the games. We already know what's up with that, T-Lo. We already know, bro. It's horrible. But, yeah, the Houston Rockets, they definitely dropping the soap over there. Let's see. To me, Darvin lost us the game. How are you going to let the Kings have 26-point lead before the fourth? Yeah, dude. Darvin is not the best head coach. And that's me being nice tonight because, honestly, the effort wasn't on Darvin tonight, so I can't really be too mad at him. But yeah, I agree, man. Vando, like, and again, the casuals were really saying we should trade Vando because we got Rui now. They really don't know what they're talking about because they're two completely different players. One's more offensive and one's way more defensive. So we need them both. Why doesn't Darvin call timeouts quicker? I have no clue. I have somebody got to ask him. Some reporter, some beat writer has to grow a pair of cojones and actually ask the questions that matter, that put pressure on these coaches, so that maybe they'll realize what they're doing wrong. Um, it just sucks. It sucks. Games like tonight feel like a waste of time for everybody involved, especially if you paid for tickets to go in there. It just feels like a waste of time. Like we show up to the games all excited, and the Lakers don't show up. Right? They're ready for that post game, whatever they got planned afterwards. You know, I don't know what they got planned over there. Dan, what do you think about trading for LaVine? Genuinely, I gave my thoughts. I like LaVine. I'm not giving up the stars and the moon to get him. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment because we lost tonight and say, yeah, trade everything away. That's what casual fans want you to think. But I'm not going to say that. I still like our pieces. I still think we got enough to compete for a title. We're obviously still not fully healthy. Have you seen the trade packages out there for LaVine? They're egregious, fam. They're talking about Rui, Austin Reeves, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and multiple first-round picks. Don't fucking make me croak because those are disgusting trade packages that even Satan wouldn't accept. Like, those are horrible. Ain't no way anybody should even look at those. If I'm if I'm Rob Pelinka and somebody offers me that, bro, I'm breaking my phone, fam. I don't listen. I'm going to an exorcist to take out the demons from my ear hole because ain't no way anybody should be wanting to get all of that for Zach LaVine, who has an injury-prone history and an over-bloated contract. And meanwhile, you got teams trading James Harden for a bag of Skittles, right? Somebody said, "Would I trade Reeves for Caruso?" Nah, I'm good. Even though Caruso's a better defensive player, I think Reeves is going to come back to life eventually. I don't know when, but I'm waiting for it. I believe in Reeves. Reeves is not a suck ass player like most haters want you to think. He's a good player. I don't know if he's tired or I don't know if he's banging around too much. Whatever he's doing off the court ain't working for him. So you got to switch that back up to whatever it was. You got to go back to the routine, back to the humble days again. As soon as he got the bag, now people are saying, "Oh, he got the bag. Now he doesn't care." That's what people are saying. I don't think he doesn't care. I see that fire in him. Whatever it is he's doing, it ain't working for him. You got to go back to whatever. Got to go back to the drawing board. Got to get hungry again. You got to take a page out of Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso stayed the same after he got paid by the Chicago Bulls, right? So you got to be the same, Reeves. We need elite Reeves. And I ain't trading him for no Caruso because Caruso doesn't hold a candle to Reeves' offensive game. Defensively, he trumps him, but we got plenty of defenders on this team. Vando, you got Gabe Vincent coming up. We got plenty of defenders there. So I wouldn't worry too much about all of that, right? Reeves is having a tough time navigating who he is as a player, especially now being scouted and he isn't getting calls. Yeah, he's not getting calls. That definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like that definitely is a huge reason why. But you got to learn to play through that, and you got to learn to, you don't want to be like James Harden who doesn't get the calls and he has a 5-point game. You have to just navigate around that. You have to become craftier. You got to become smarter, and you got to learn how to finish your plays, even through the contract. I take Reeves over Caruso all day, bet all around game. Not even close. I agree, bro. People tend to have short-term memory loss and they forget what Reeves has done so far in his career. I love Caruso, but there's plenty of players that you can put in there that can play that role. You got the Josh Harts of the world. You got the Gabe Vincents of the world. Obviously, the Cam Reddishes of the world. So we got our own Caruso-type players already. I appreciate you, Sammy. Hey, I always keep it $150, bro. And people, I'm really pissed. And when I'm pissed, I turn into I don't know. People say I'm a stand-up comedian, but ain't shit funny over here, bro. For me, I'm just pissed off and I'm venting with y'all. But you know what they say. All jokes have a certain percentage of truth. So yeah. I everything I'm saying is just straight pure facts, bro. NV213 says, I understand he is the main anchor on defense, but for the love of the man above, can he demand the ball and own the paint? Mentally, he wasn't there. I call him Grandma's Cookies tonight. A new nickname was born because he was just getting cooked. He was getting baked by Sabonis, like Grandma's Cookies, right? And he wasn't responding. Like there's no life to that. Once you get in the oven, he just toast. So yeah, when he plays like Grandma's Cookies, he's gonna get cooked. But AD, I know him, man. I know AD has a fire in him. There must be some sort of limitation in his body. But I'm done making excuses for this guy. We have this conversation every freaking year, don't we? Like, I just want to get to the point where I'm just like, yep, he's the MVP for sure. Yep, he's a defensive player of the year. And every year we start off like that, or we have a spurt sometime in January, February. But that eventually goes away, and then the real candidates surface, right? The real defensive players of the year, the real MVPs. That's why I can't even argue when people be hating on AD, because now it's like, damn, like this is he does it to himself with his inconsistencies. You know, it sucks. It sucks, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, the good news is we still a 500 team right now. We live to fight another day. We got a game on Friday coming up where I hope they show up because it's a play-in tournament game. And so far, Lakers been showing up for every single one of those. So that's the encouraging news. But giving up 125, fam, is embarrassing. And luckily, the team we play on Friday is the Portland Trailblazers, who, even though we struggled, we have their number. So we should be straight on that game, right? And I will break it down later there. If you guys have any questions for me, man, any comments you guys want to get off your chest, I'm here for the next about 4 minutes or so. We dropping off at the 30-minute mark. Try to make these things 30 minutes long because when we used to go up to an hour, we used to get less viewers. So people like it short and sweet and to the point. That's what we're trying to do. We only go up to an hour when it's like Phone Call Friday or something where more people need to chime in. Or, of course, Around the League tomorrow coming up. Got a big announcement. Matter of fact, let me announce this tonight, right here, right now. We got a special guest. Pettiest Laker fan will be joining, us tomorrow for ATL, fam. So stay tuned. Very excited for that, man. To welcome Petty onto the panel for tomorrow. So that should be interesting. We got a lot to talk about, as you can see. So make sure you guys do tap in. I will be announcing that on Twitter and every other social media platform. But you guys know, I love my YouTube family. You guys always get the news first. It's only right. It's only right. Also, if y'all haven't checked, listen, if y'all have not checked out, all right, our latest merch, you a bucket getter. This one for you, family. This one for all my bucket getters out there, fam. Certified bucket crossing out the A button. Ain't nothing more fire than this on the market. Get it for the holidays, whether it's for you, for a son, for a daughter, for anybody. You got the Cali palm trees in the back. You got the Hooper with the Court Kings merch. You see the stamp, certified, baby. Go cop your merch right now on shopcourtkings.com. My bad. He said, Dan, sorry to ask, what is the play-in tournament, man? Not the play-in tournament. I always confuse both of them. It's actually the in-season tournament. And that's basically, it's like the World Cup where you got a group and the best teams coming out of each group plus 2 wild cards from each conference. And so it'll go into like a college-style bracket where single game elimination, top 8 teams, winner take all. So that's basically what it is. And that's going to happen in December, early December. So all these games we're playing, when you see the courts, customized like tournament style, is the tournament games, right? So that's where you get all the points and all of that. So we play 4 games. We already got 2 down, 2 more to go, right? 1 versus Portland is a must-win because the Utah Jazz one's going to be tough. I think they're undefeated like we are in tournament play. So whoever wins is going to advance. It's that simple. Lakers can't win all the time. They'll get it on Friday for our 3rd IST game. Yeah, but there's no excuses, Benjamin. They coming out here looking like zombies is just not cool. You know what I mean? Like, that is not cool. Like, y'all got to give some more effort than that. I don't care if we lose, but it's the way we lost. This game was lost in the first quarter, to be, to be quite frank. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Arthur says, for AR-15 got exposed on the Olympics, it's in his head. You think so, Arthur? Exposed is a strong word. AR-15 actually had a really good Olympics. I feel like, this is what I feel. A lot of people didn't like Austin Reeves because he's white, right? And a lot of people, for whatever reason, want to be racist about the shit, right? So when they see a white boy cooking, they don't want no parts of it. Like, even Tyler Hero gets disrespected, and he's a bucket, right? So he was cooking during Team USA. There was a couple of times where they targeted him, but it was Steve Kerr is his fault because he went small. And clearly anybody with size is going to go over a smaller player, right? So that's what a lot of people made hoopla about. But I watched almost every single game in the playing tournament. He was one of their best players. Rating wise, he was a top 4 player on that Team USA. So we expected him to come out firing in all cylinders. And overall for the season, he's averaging what, 13 points a game, 14. So he's basically around the same he was last year. The difference is he's not making those clutch passes, those clutch plays he was doing, those game-changing plays he was doing, those defensive plays where he was taking a charge. When he was drawing fouls down the stretch and getting to the free throw line, he had about 2 good games where he helped us close this season out of the 12, and he dropped like 10 of them. And he's only had a total of like 4 good games for the whole season. So, yeah, I wouldn't call it exposed. Obviously, I saw the games, and I could tell you Steve Kerr is absolute freaking trash at mismatches. He allows smaller guards to get cooked. This is why Golden State always gets cooked defensively. And so, yeah, that's what happened there. But I think Reeves is a real hooper. He'll get it right. Thank you so much for the Cash App, though. Arthur, I appreciate you for chiming in, my guy. You think so, Yaki? You think it was the Kings cheating? A lot of teams get away. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams get away with murder against the Lakers, but the Lakers got to learn how to figure that out and just move forward, in my opinion. I don't want to blame this game tonight on the refs. I've seen far worse games officiated by the officials. This was on the Lakers tonight. 25 turnovers, you're not winning that game, especially versus a fast-breaking team, right? But again, we live to fight another day. My guy, Kevin King, agrees with me. He said Kerr got exposed. Exactly. Kerr is not a great coach. Kerr's lucky he has Steph Curry because of him, he gets away with a lot. But in reality, we saw Kerr fail Team USA. Went with that small ball crap. He didn't even play the Utah Jazz big man who could have rim protected. And he left Jaren Jackson Jr. on an island by himself when he was averaging like 4 rebounds a game. So, again, Kerr was absolute trash. But this game tonight is definitely on both Austin Reeves and AD. They got to be a lot better. They're the big money men for a reason. They're getting paid the big bucks. They got to earn that. They got to earn that on the court. So hopefully next game they will step up. I still believe in both of them. And I still think, they're going to be great for us, tremendous this season. I'm mad for tonight. I'm not even going to lie. I'm mad at both of them. So, but that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Shout out to my sponsorship, Prize Picks. You already know the deal, man. I don't even know. I didn't even keep up with my Prize Picks entry. I know we were close, but I think Malik Monk might have failed. I think he only got like 3 points and his mark was like 13. So he might have failed. But still, we're getting close. We might have doubled what we put in tonight. So keep playing. Keep using promo code DTLF, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shout out to y'all already heard, man. ShopCoreKings.com. We got the heat. So go check that out, all right? Appreciate y'all, man. Much love, Laker family. Signing off. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all have a great rest of your night, all right? Peace out.